A very good morning, dear students. Last time in Busy at Work, we have finished with the digestive system. Let us proceed further with the next part of the lesson, that is, systems in the body. Now, you have learned that there are several organs which are required to bring about respiration, right? So, there are different organs for respiration. Even one of these organs, if it does not function properly, then the process of respiration will not be completed. Okay, that means all the organs are of the respiratory system are required to carry out proper respiration. Then a group of organs which work together to carry out a function of the body is called as a system. Now what is a system? It's a system means nothing but something which works in a group. Okay, and they coordinate each other working together to carry out the different functions of that particular system. So system means group of organs which work together to carry out a function of the body. So there are several systems in our body. We have learned two systems, that is, one is respiratory system, second one is digestive system, in which you have learned that there are different organs involved in performing different types of functions. Okay, now let's proceed further. Now, as a result of respiration, you know that oxygen enters the blood in the body and it spreads to all the parts of the body. Because of respiration, oxygen binds to the oxygen binds to the blood cells, and these blood cells then move into the entire body through tube like structures called as blood vessels or blood capillaries, and these blood vessels or capillaries are spread throughout the body. Okay, so this oxygen is then along with the blood, it is going to all the parts of the body. Substances formed in the process of digestion also get mixed with the blood and reach all the parts of the body. You have seen last time digestive system, in that I have told you the digestion is completed in the small intestine, and this digested food which is there, it has to enter reach entire body. So to reach to entire body, first it is getting absorbed by finger like projections called as villi, and from these villi, these are connected to the blood capillaries. So from these villi, okay, they are entering into the blood vessels, and once they enter into the blood vessel, the nutrients, okay, digested nutrients of the food, they enter into the blood vessels, and these blood vessels then travel the entire body and carries along with this nutrients. Along with it, it carries nutrients, like how oxygen is carried from the lungs. The same way, in the small intestine, the digested food which is there is also carried along with the blood. So this is how body gets the oxygen as well as the nutrients. Fine. Of this, some substances act as fuel for the body. Fuel, you know what is fuel? Fuel means is nothing but some amount of energy which is required for any machine to work. Now even our body is like a machine, and for a machine to work, energy is required. So this energy is taken by from the food, and food fuel is nothing but the one which gives a substance which gives energy. Okay, so the food gives us energy, and this energy we are getting from the food, okay, digested food. So when the oxygen, the blood reaches the different parts of the body, it has slow burning of these substances, giving energy to the body. That means what happens actually, how energy is released. Now the digestive food which is there, okay, it is reaching to every cell of the body, and in every cell, this oxygen which is carried along in the blood, this oxygen helps to break down that energy molecule called as glucose, which is formed as a product of the digestion. This glucose which is formed is broken down further to release energy, and to release this energy from glucose, what is required? Oxygen is required. Okay, so I'm not going to detail of it, it is a big process You are going to learn this in standard 10. So it is just remember that the digested food finally contains glucose. This glucose is broken down to release energy. That is why sometimes we say that we have to have instant energy when we are falling down or falling unconscious, okay, or feeling giddy and all. Glucose water is given. Why glucose water is given? It's because it gives us instant energy. Okay, it gives us instant energy because glucose is a source of energy which is broken down. Glucose is again broken down to release energy with the help of oxygen. Okay, this much only you remember. Detail of it is not required for you to know right now. Okay, so that's what is the sentence over here. When the oxygen, the blood reaches the different parts of the body, that means each and every cell, it has the slow burning of these substances. These substance means the glucose to release energy to the body. The body uses this energy to carry out all its tasks. Without having food, we do not get energy. And if we do not have energy, then we cannot do any work. We will fall, we always feel tired. Right, that is why we need to have energy to do all our regular activities. Now for you being student, you have activities like getting up early in the morning, then having your breakfast. Okay, then you go to school, to study also a lot of energy is required. Then you go to play, you require energy. Okay, these are some of your activities. Like unlike that of adults mostly what they do, they are doing a lot of physical work, hard work. They are using a lot of energy. For them also energy is very important. So body is using this energy to carry out different tasks. Fine. Then the blood carries oxygen obtained from the air. You can see this. These are the blood cells which are flowing. They're actually flowing into the capillaries. How they are flowing, you can see inside the blood capillaries. Like this they are flowing. These are called as blood cells, red blood cells. So this blood which is there now consists of not only oxygen, but it also carries along with it the nutrients, that is the digested food. The blood carries oxygen obtained from the air and the energy giving substance enough for food to all parts of the body. That means the blood needs to be circulated because why? It carries oxygen as well as the nutrients, and of course other chemicals also it carries. That is why it needs to be circulated throughout the body. And but what keeps this blood flowing throughout the body? Do you know who keeps this blood flowing throughout the body, which is very important for us, right? It is nothing but your heart. Okay, your heart works to circulate the blood. It goes on pumping outside and inside. Okay, like this, outward and inward movement. It shows pumping movement, contracts, relaxes. It just because it is pumping the blood all the time. And since heart is there, the blood is circulated throughout the body because it pumps the blood with so much pressure that it even your toe cell will also get the blood. Okay, that is why a heart pumps continuously to pump the blood. So for this, heart continuously contracts and relaxes. Contracts, relaxes. Like this it goes on. That is why we see its movement. Okay, like this. This is called a rhythmic movement of the heart. Now where is heart? How does heart does this? Now a heart is situated in the chest. Okay, in between the lungs, and heart pumps the blood. But to this heart there are network of blood vessels which are connected. You can see here blue colored vessels, blood vessels, as well as the red colored vessels. Now red colored vessels are is the blood is the vessel which carries what? Oxygen, whereas blue colored vessels or blue colored thread like structures what you can see are nothing but blood vessels. They carry what? Carbon dioxide along with them. Okay, so and you have seen how exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. Fine. So the heart and network, there is a network of the blood vessels together is forming the circulatory system. So not only the heart, but even there are certain blood vessels, network of capillaries or network of blood capillaries, blood vessels together forms the circulatory system. As long as we are alive, this process of blood circulation goes on continuously day and night, 24 into 7 into 365 days. Suppose this heart stops, then of course you will also stop permanently. That is why heart needs to be pumped throughout your life. Okay, so it does this work continuously without taking a break. If it takes break, we will also have a permanent break. So hearts needs to be pumped regularly. Okay, and so we need to keep our heart healthy all the time. Now the functions, this is regarding the circulatory system. That is, circulatory system is nothing but the heart along with the blood capillary network of capillaries, blood vessels, which goes to each and every part of the body. And you have learnt now that the blood carries along with it oxygen as well as the nutrients, okay, and even some other chemicals which you need not know right now. Okay, so this system is called as the circulatory system. Now the last part of your lesson is the nervous system. The functions of respiratory, circulatory and digestive systems are very important for our body. They have to be carried out ceaselessly. That means without any break in between, without any obstruction in between. They have to be carried very smoothly. And to make these functions of respiration or circulatory or digestive systems work smoothly, there is another system which is controlling all these different systems, and that is nothing but the nervous system. Okay, so there are some tasks that we carry out only when we like. For example, speaking, running, studying, playing, etc. Okay, so it is not like the heart, that is, it goes on continuously pumping the blood. Some of the tasks we are doing by it is called as voluntary movements. Okay, that means from our will we do it. Okay, that is speaking or running, studying, playing. Whenever we require or whenever we want to do this, all these things will be done. So who is telling us this to do all these things? It is nothing but your nervous system or your brain. Fine. Now this system helps in something called as control and coordination of the other bodily systems like respiration, circulation, digestion, excretion and so on. Body movement, everything is carried out by the nervous system. So coordination means paying attention to all the different functions. Okay, paying attention to all the different functions, that is respiration, digestion, circulation, fine, and ensuring that they all occur at the right time as well as in the right manner. So that is all nothing but coordination, and coordination is done by your nervous system. So nervous system, what does this nervous system include? Nervous system includes your brain. Okay, brain is present where? In the cranial cavity or in your skull. So this brain controls all your bodily systems, maintaining the functions of the brain. There is a network also, not only brain, but even there is a network that connects the brain with all the different parts of the body, and this is a network of the nerves. Now in the case of circulatory system is also a network, but in that case what we have, blood capillaries or blood vessels are there. Whereas for a brain there is also a network, but this network of thread-like structures are called as nothing but the nerves. Okay, so nerves carries the signals to the brain, that is from the different sensory organ. We have 5 sensory organs. Okay, so each of these sensory organs senses certain things, like eyes are sensing to see, or eyes are to see, fine. Tongue is to taste, skin is to feel, then ears is to hear, and nose is to smell. All these are senses. All these senses are all these it is called as responses are captured by these senses, and then finally they are going where? To the brain. Through how? Through something called as nerves. These signals are sent through these nerves, and these nerves and goes and connect to the brain, and then brain predicts what it is. Fine. So there is a network that connects the brain with all the different parts of the body, and this is a network of nerves that carry messages to and fro between the brain and the parts of the body. Okay, so all these messages are carried either from the sense organs to the brain, and even from the brain to the different sense organs. So to and fro, that is called as to and fro messages, okay, which are carried throughout the different parts of the body. Like for example, if I have to say that I have to eat now. I have to eat means I'm going to use what? My tongue to taste and my hand for the movement. But who tells us this? This is told by the brain, and brain sends the signals through the nerves to the mouth as well as to the hand, and then we go on moving our hand to pick up the food and putting in the mouth will then tongue will taste it. You will understand what type of a taste, whether it is very sour or whether it is pungent, sweet, whatever the different tastes are told by the tongue. Okay, tongue taste, and these sensations are going where? To the brain back through the nerves. Fine. And the parts of the body. Now you can see the different network of these nerves, how they are connecting the signals, transporting the signal. They are called as electrochemical signals. That is why you can see some light thing, na? Correct? They are called as signals, which are electrochemical signals. So the brain and the network of nerves are together called as the nervous system. The nervous system is functioning to coordinate all our bodily functions. Okay, so remember, nervous system helps in coordinating all our bodily functions. So this is regarding the nervous system, and this is regarding the whole chapter what I have finished now. Okay, we have learned now in this lesson 4 different systems. The first one is respiration in detail, even digestion in detail, but circulatory system and nervous system we have learnt in brief, right? But you have come to know what are these, right? So I hope so you have understood this lesson very well. My dear student, I request you to read the lesson very well and try to learn to draw the diagrams of all the different systems. So till we meet again in the next lesson, bye and thank you dear students.